Hey interwebs, guess what? I went to GameStop today and I came to the conclusion that girls in the gamer world are kind of unappreciated in a way. Um, I went to GameStop and like the two cashier guys, they're typically always guys. And I kind of just like looking at me like, what are you doing in here kind of look. And so, they're asking, oh, what are you looking for in particular? And I'm just like, oh, nothing. Because when I go into GameStop, I don't really look for anything in particular. I just go there to look in awe. Look in awe. My dad was screaming at the TV. They're watching hardcore pawn. Anyway, so they're just kind of like asking what's going on. Like, why is she here? What is she doing? She doesn't look like she really knows what she's doing. And then, uh, I don't know. I was like the only person in there, like the only customer in there, so I felt kind of alone because I normally talk to other gamer people in there and just be like, oh, well, what would you do? What would you recommend? Would you do this? So I kind of just got these two guys just staring at me. So I'm just like looking at my PS3 headsets. I'm looking at all the redemption codes. I'm looking at all the pre-owned PlayStation games. I'm looking for Halo Reach. And I don't know, it was just like the looks, and I felt like they were just like talking about me. Because when I turned like this to look at my peripheral vision, they were like high fiving. Not that I'm anything special. I don't know. It just struck me as odd. So when I went to go buy some. Oh, what are they called? Damn it! I went to buy redeeming points for PlayStation 3 so I can buy my Primal games, and they're just like, oh, well, were you looking for anything special? And I was like, rattling off all this shit. And they kind of just like look at me like, oh my god, she actually knows about games. And then it was funny because he's like, oh, well, what are you getting code for? Are you looking for a game? I was like, yeah, I'm, looking for Primal and everything, and I finally found it and everything. I showed him my tattoo, and he's like, wow, you're actually dedicated to the game. Just like, well, yeah, I'm kind of a gamer. He's just like looked at me, and I'm just like, do I not look like a gamer to you? Do I not give off that persona? Because I thought I did. Yeah. But before all that, I was like looking at these games. Like I was looking at Splatterhouse because I do want to get that game. I'm so scared it's gonna give me nightmares. So I'm looking at it, and he's just like, well, what are you looking at over there? I'm just like, Splatterhouse, like it's nothing. And he's like, oh well, what about it? Can you handle it, little girl? That's just basically the tone he was giving me. And I'm just like, this motherfucker is testing me. So I'm like rattling off all these games that I've played that I thought were kind of scary. Like, don't judge. First Xbox game I played was Call of Duty World at War. And I played Nazi Zombies off of it first. I didn't try the actual campaign. Now, when you come off from other consoles that have shitty graphics and you go to something pretty cool like that, it can give you nightmares. So I was talking about that and this, that, and this, that, and that game. And I was just talking about all the like really cool games. Like I was talking about Silent Hill, and I was talking about Brutal Legend, and I was talking about this, and this, and then I was talking about when I need to get Halo Reach and why. And then he's just like this. Like, oh my god, you really know about games. And I'm just like, well, to be honest, I don't know too much about games. I just know what I like. And I know enough to just get me around a GameStop store. But I was just like in shock. Like, why are girls so like misunderstood in a GameStop store? I mean, I know you can pretty much tell when you got the boyfriend and the girlfriend going in. Boyfriend's dragging the girlfriend in there. She's just like looking around like, oh my god, what is this filth? What is this crap? And you can tell when it's like me and Chris Bird going into GameStop where he's looking at his shit and I'm looking at my shit and I'm just like, what do I want to buy? What do I want to buy? I almost felt offended. And then when I left the store, it was like weird. It's not in a mall, it's like in an actual strip, like a strip mall. So I went outside near the parking lot, and I was with my aunt and my cousin to be. My cousin's getting married, and I was with my mom and my sister, and I was just like randomly out there talking to them. And then they just like come out and just watch me leave with my family. I mean, I looked back and they were high fiving again. I'm like, is this a fat joke? Or do they think I'm attractive? I don't know, because sometimes I get both and I don't know. And I think it's the fat part. Yeesh. So yeah, if you are a guy and you work at GameStop, I think you need to give girls more credit. I mean, I know you can tell between the gamer girl and the bitchy girl that just got dragged along. I mean, you can obviously tell because the gamer girl's gonna be more attractive, personality and physically. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. Um, I wanted to bring it up. It was random. I'm probably gonna forget about it, but it doesn't bother me. It's just, well, it doesn't bother me, but you get the gist. I mean, I just think gamer girls need more credit. Okay. Thank you.